my name's Elsa. Welcome to my show. Today, we will be taking on an aquatic dish. Now, I'm sure you're saying to yourself, Elsa, I've never cooked something from under the sea. What if it's too squishy? What if the scales get in my eyes? What if it's still alive and it tries to bite me? I had those same insecurities and worries too. But we're gonna tackle this together, and I'm gonna make sure you truly understand how to create culinary dishes from under the sea. I was initially going to try and make it a farm-to-table dish. However, after several attempts of trying to catch the shrimp on my own, I was unsuccessful. I decided to buy some wild Argentinian shrimp. They are already pre-cooked and peeled from Trader Joe's. And then I also bought some Asian stir-fry vegetables. I already broke into both of these just because I was hungry for shrimp and vegetables earlier this week. So that is why they are already ripped. They did not come like that from Trader Joe's. And we will also be using some organic white quinoa. For our dishes, we will be using a pot and a pan. Now, you might get confused when you're looking for these at the store because they're both kind of spherical in nature. However, with a pot, you're gonna have longer sides and a smaller base down below. For a pan, you're gonna have a wider base and shorter sides. Think of them kind of like sisters in terms of their personalities. One's a little more quiet, reserved, she likes to boil, while the other is the life of the party. She's sizzling, she's crunching. That would be your pan. Before we get started with our dish, you're going to want to take your ginger. So I'm slicing the ginger into tiny little pieces, in part because you don't want to get a big piece of ginger in your mouth. It's not a comfortable feeling. Our pan is warming up. So now I'm just pouring some of the vegetables into our pan. And now I'm adding the ginger. And now I'm adding some shrimp. Now you're gonna want to make sure that all the ice melts off the shrimp, because if you don't, then you could potentially crack your tooth. I almost did that the other day and it was very, very painful. So I put some water in the pot for the quinoa. I'm gonna let it boil. Now, I didn't measure how much water went in there, but you can look at the back of the bag if you feel like you need to measure it. So I'm just gonna add some quinoa. For our stir fry, we're gonna be adding some Cocoaminos, add the garlic, and the curry powder, and just a tiny bit of cinnamon. This is just for a little added kick. And then we're gonna add some salt, and we're gonna add a little bit of lemon. So I already broke into the lemon the other day. I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit on there. Now we're just gonna let things kind of cook, make sure that the shrimp melts, make sure that the vegetables melt, and the quinoa cook. You can put a fork through the shrimp just to make sure that they're nice and squishy on the inside so you don't actually hit any ice, and then you'll know that it's completely cooked. Our quinoa is also finished, so I'm getting a little tablespoon of our masala, and I'm just mixing it into the quinoa. Now to finish off the dish, we're gonna add a little bit of chutney. The chutney adds a little bit of sweetness to the dish. It really brings out the body of the curries and the masala. Now we have made a beautiful dish together. Let's give it a try. This looks so delicious. It's good. I'm Elsa. You've been wonderful. Thanks for joining me this week.